So today, we're playing a Berserker, and we are playing an awesomely incredible combo, being a Magic Torch, MANATHIRST, and a Deerwood Guardian, but it becomes way more Incrediblur once we add in crit chance. If that's even a real word. Crit chance. Can we deal with this Reaper build? They're going to be turbo stacking their Vampirism, which is going to be healing for quite a bit. We are answering back, dealing a lot of damage. Once you get in that battle rage, look at that damage, and holy moly, did you see? But hey, check this run out, and let me know what you think of this build. Okie dokie, today we're going to be jumping in with a random class, a random loadout, so let's see who we're going to get. Awesome. We're starting off with the Berserker with the duffel bag and 2 wooden swords, which is madness, for sure. And honestly, whetstone on sale in the first shop is amazing. Now, the thing I'm considering is actually taking a rainbow badge, because this does offer up all class items in the shop. And it does give us one random buff after 7 seconds. Let's go ahead and grab it and see what sort of craze we can unfold today. Let's grab the garlic for now, let's roll once, and we probably do need to grab our forging hammer. So let's go ahead and grab it. Now, I do actually really want to keep our garlic, but I'm tempted to sell it in favor of crafting up this torch. So I'm going to sell it for now. Craft up the torch, let's reserve our banana, and we're going to move on. Now we're opting to have our forging hammer and this wooden sword in our duffel bag. Because our duffel bag speeds up our items, we do not want double weapons in it, because we won't be able to sustain that stamina. Now this could be problematic. There's going to be a lot of damage from our opponents with that spear and that wooden sword, and unfortunately, there's nothing we could do about that. They just had way too much damage, unfortunately. But we'll see. We can craft up burning torch if you do want to. But I'm going to grab the flame. We can get that dragon scammer, which would be pretty good too. I'm going to buy the banana. I do want to roll, and I do want to find a whetstone. So awesome. Now should we sell our flame? Actually, that's exactly what we're going to do. Now we're going to flip this down. I'm going to move this out so we can add in our banana in this position. And now all of a sudden, this is looking a lot better. We should be dealing a good bit of damage. We should have a tiny bit of healing with our banana. And we should have damage mitigation with our duffel bag. Give us that battle rage. And all we need to do is live long enough to get all our buffs, because then we get vampirism, we get regen, we get increased weapon damage with empower, and we also deal more damage with spikes. And awesome. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. That is fantastic. Okay, for this round, I'm going to be grabbing this fanny pack. I'm going to be moving this down here, so then we can actually increase the speed of our banana, along with our torch. That should be amazing. Now, do we actually want to carry it? We could take this to cleanse some debuffs. It is a food item. I'm actually going to grab it for now. I do want to grab the stone, because that is going to be a little bit more damage for us. And I do want to roll. And that's an acorn collar. That is going to be crit chance. And a pair of gloves. We can go for falcon blade, which would be amazing. Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on. That sounds like it's going to be awesome. Falcon blade with acorn collar. Now all we need is that luck to actually make use of that acorn collar. Well, right now, we're getting turbo smash, but we can bring it back, and awesome. Super fantastic. Otherwise, we can go for claws attack, but I kind of actually want to go for falcon blade. So first of all, let's grab our acorn collar, which is not going to be doing anything right now. Let's sell a stone to grab this pair of gloves. And we're going to move on. Now we desperately need some luck. Now, if we live long enough for our rainbow badge, we can get 1 luck, which is going to give us 5% crit chance. It's not a whole lot of crit chance, but it's still 5%. As you can see, 5% on all our weapons. And we'll see. Any big crits? No. But we still managed to take out this Berserker, even though they had that stone badge. And actually, we can take a toad, which is going to give us stack and luck. And it's also lucky clover. So fantastic shop. We're going to be buying both these. We do need a roll, and we do desperately need to buy this. So we're going to sell that flame in favor of actually grabbing this setup for now. And we're going to roll on. Now we just need 1 pair of gloves. And I would love to craft up a magic torch. And holy shell totem, that is crazy. They're going to be stacking up a crazy amount of power straight away. Those daggers are going to be dealing a crazy amount of damage. We got to be super careful. They're also going to have a ton of healing, which is going to be madness. But we do have that crit chance and smashing. With 5 lucky clovers, we do have 25% crit chance. So it's coming together quite nicely. Now I do kind of want to grab this eye lamp, because that is going to be scaling damage. Let's grab it. Ruby egg could be kind of nice too, but we're going to roll. I do actually want to find either blueberries, health pot, our pair of gloves. So let's continue to roll. Let's use up a lot of gold. That is a mana orb, which is going to be kind of awesome if we're going for magic torch. But unfortunately, we don't exactly have the items for a magic torch. We're still going to reserve it, and we're still going to take it. But for now, let's keep moving on. And we'll see from here. Our opponent is rocking a flame, but they're going to be turbo stacking their heats. But they don't exactly have any spike generation, so they're going to have a finite amount of heats. So we should be able to pass them out, especially with our battle rage and smashing. Super, super, super fantastic. And now we can go for Bloodthorn, or we can craft up Manathirst. We should make that big pivot. I'm going to grab the storage, grab our mana. Let's roll. Okay, it really wants us to make that pivot, and we probably should. So that is a hard container along with a Hunger Blade. But I'm going to be greedy. Okay, Prismatic Orb. Holy moly, we definitely should have pivoted. But it's too late now. Let's keep rolling. We'll find this pair of gloves. There's a health pot, which is going to be part of our magic torch. So we've got to reserve that. Now we do want to grab the eye lamp too. That is going to be scaling damage too. We're going to take the chili pepper. That way we get a little bit of heat generation on top of our situation too. It's not going to be insane amount of heat generation, but it's still going to be a little bit. It's also going to be a bit of a heal. But Pandemonium is stacking up a crazy amount of damage, unfortunately, along with that amount of feasting. So which subclass should we go for? Now if this was a magic torch, I'd be kind of more inclined to go for Deerwood Guardian along with the crit chance. It would just be flat out amazing. However, we don't have that magic torch. And we might not get that magic torch. So we might actually have to pivot. But that's a Brass Knuckles on sale, which is going to be kind of awesome. Should we actually take it? It is on sale. We do have a lot of nature items. I think I'm still going to go with Deerwood Guardian for now. Let's take our health pot. Let's take our eye lamp. Let's roll. Let's keep rolling. Come on, we'll find it. We're going to sell the eye lamp. We're going to continue to roll. That's another lucky clover. I think right now we're going to have to give up on Falcon Blade, which is super, super unfortunate. But we are going to do it, because we're going to craft up Manathirst for now. I'm actually going to take out our Star Courage, just so we take another lucky clover. And that's all we can really do for now. And we did move our setup around to be more like this, so then we get our Deerwood Guardian triggering quite a bit with all these nature items. Especially with the Toad. Now, I would much prefer having a Toad in front where this card is. But until we get our Manathirst going, we're going to be in a little bit of a rough spot. We do have Battle Rage for a long time, giving us a lot of damage mitigation. But we'll see. We stacked up. We got that big buff explosion from our mana orb, which is kind of awesome, but still just wasn't enough, unfortunately. Now, awesome. We got ourselves... Now, awesome. We managed to get ourselves that magic torch. And that's also another Acorn Collar, which is going to be even more crit chance, which should be amazing. Now, we could take another chili pepper if you do want even more second heats. Is it going to be worth it? Not exactly. I do kind of want to roll. I do actually want to grab this Cap Resilience because I do really want to reduce opponent's healing by quite a bit. But with double Acorn Collar, we should be in a pretty good spot. Because we should be able to scale up our crit chance. And we should be in a pretty good spot. We'll just have to see though. Our opponent is rocking a crit with staff, which is going to deal a lot of damage. We'll see. We managed to heal back up quite a bit. And so far, looking smashing. Super, super awesome. We do want to craft up this magic torch. Which just means I'm going to flip this to this side. We're going to take our cap. We're going to take our stamina sack. We could grab a Goobert if we do want to. We could also take a deck of cards. We don't exactly... And holy chili pepper. It really wants us to take this chili pepper. However, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to roll. And I do want to grab this leather armor. And I do want to grab this corrupted crystal to craft up that cap discomforts. And we could also take another pair of gloves, which I'm actually down for. And I do want this storage. Now, we could take Busted Blade too, but honestly, with our setup, we're just going to move on with this. Now, we're at a high risk until we get our magic torch. That should be our scaling damage, but we just have to see. Our opponent is rocking a hammer dagger builds with a ton of defenses. That Dragon Skull armor doing a lot of work for him in that invulnerability. Once we're in Battle Rage, we do get a ton of healing, but is it going to be enough? We're just barely surviving. And 1 HP, no way. We're on so close to beating him for so long. Super unfortunate. Okay, let's take our leather bag for now. Let's make sure we craft up this cap for now. Now, I actually do want to start crafting up Dragon Claws. I'm also going to grab a deck of cards. That way we get 2 luck at the very beginning. Because if you don't know, deck of cards, it does give you cards, but it does give you 2 luck. That is literally going to be 20% crit chance from the very beginning. So we don't have to scale up very, very much. I'm going to be crafting up Dragon Claws. I'm going to be crafting up this Cap Discomfort. And once we have these crafted up, we should be in a much, much better position. However, we'll just have to see. Can we take on Staff Fire? They're going to be dealing a crazy amount of damage. Once again, the Battle Rage though, we should have a ton of healing. But that damage is significant and it's just going to fall short once again. We're down to our final life, which is going to be problematic, for sure. Now that's a Prismatic Orb we could take. Would give us Fan Prism, would give us mana from the very beginning. Honestly, it's going to be worth grabbing. But I'm going to grab the armor, the gloves. Let's roll once. Should we take the Draconic Orb? Is it going to be worth grabbing? I don't think it is going to be worth grabbing. But for right now, I'm going to sort our inventory out, so I'll be back in a second while we do that. Now, unfortunately, we do need to craft up this Dragon Skull Armor pretty badly. Now, we can take out our gloves and add in our Star of Courage if we do want to. It is going to reduce our stamina, but our stamina is not going to be too much of an issue. Otherwise, we can add in our deck of cards, but I do kind of want to keep in our Rainbow Badge. It's actually going to be worth it. It is just 1 buff after 7 seconds. I'm also thinking we're going to sell our eye lamp. So let's go ahead and sell that. Which does mean I do want to roll once. And that's another toad. Should we actually take it? There's another nature item, which should be fantastic. But for now, I'm going to grab the leather bag. Honestly, a little bit of waste buying extra storage, but once we get our toad in, we should be in a fantastic spot. And with that, we do want to move our card into this position, and that is looking pretty good. So with that, we do have our gloves targeting our Deerwood Guardian, so we get a ton of healing from it. Well, we also turbo stack with our magic torch, making this the fastest magic torch alive, and it should be fantastic. And we'll see. So far, dealing that big damage, but our opponent is coming back with that Battle Rage, and awesome. Super fantastic. Looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and continue on for now. Okay, shut up. I'm going to be grabbing Prismatic Orb for this round. Now, I did like our toad in this position because it is targeting our Deerwood Guardian along with our Chili Pepper, because this is going to be providing a lot of buffs with that mana. So it does mean it is going to provide a lot of healing. Every time this triggers 5 times, it's going to be 10, 12 healing from Toad. Otherwise, we can place Toad in this position to get a little bit more mana from the very beginning. I'm actually going to move our card into this position once again. I'm going to flip this over to this side, and we're going to craft up another set of Dragon Claws. That is for sure. And we're going to move on with this setup for now. With 2 Dragon Claws during that Battle Rage, it's going to be fastest Magic Torch along with our Deerwood Guardian. And we'll see from now. Now, chin up, we're going to be taking our buffs. He's going to be problematic. They're going to have a ton of healing. They're going to have a ton of damage with that Brass Knuckles. But holy moly, look at that answer back. We smashed back. Fantastic even. Okay, that is another Hunger Blade, which we could honestly take too. We're going to grab another Toad, just for now. I'm going to roll. I don't exactly want that Hunger Blade. Do we actually want any of these items? I'd much prefer getting another Dragon Skull Armor, to be quite honest. So I'm going to roll, and we just have to ask and it shows up, which is madness. It is genuinely crazy that it just shows up. Which does mean we're going to take the Summon Sack, and we actually can't take it as of right now. Now I think we're going to move on. We're going to be getting our Dragon Skull Armor. Once we're in that Battle Rage, then we're going to take a hell of a lot more damage, or a hell of a lot less damage, not more. And we should be in a good spot. Now, Dancing Dragon is going to be quite scary, especially if they're stacking up a ton of heats, because this deals more damage based on that heat. And as you see, our HP is dropping pretty fast. But look at that answer back. Once you get in that Battle Rage, we do absurd damage. We definitely do absurd damage. But let's go ahead and continue on for now. Now, should we take Jimbo? It is on sale. It does give us 6 random buffs. It is kind of nice. We'll grab it since it's on sale. Let's grab our leather armor. Now, we could actually grab the bird and increase our magic torch along with our MANATHIRST even faster. It also removes your opponent's luck, which is fantastic, especially going up against crit builds. But I don't think we actually take it for now. We're going to take an extra storage. We're just non-stop taking storage. But we do need to craft up this Dragon Skull Armor. That's a dead sign. We can go for that Busted Blade. I think we're going to reroll. We don't exactly want any of these items either. So I'm going to roll once more. Now I know we've been buying a lot of storage, but I'm thinking I'm actually going to take this Stamp Sack too. As for Jimbo, we're actually going to fit it in. We can lose a little bit if you want to slot it in over here, but I actually don't think we're going to fit it in. I think we just want to keep our setup to be more like this for right now. So I think we're going to roll on. We're just going to keep Jimbo in our chest for now, and we'll see. Now our opponent is also rocking a similar setup, except they're going to have a lot more scaling damage with that Steel Goobert. So we'll see. So far, looking quite scary, but we are answering back. We are dealing that damage, but holy moly, do we do a crazy amount of damage. And we did survive with 1 life left, which is amazing. Now we do want to check our DPS before we do move on. 40 DPS at this point in the game. Not too bad. The cooldown of a Magic Torch dealing is actually 0.75. With a pretty decent stamina cost. But with our second Dragon Scale Armor, we should be in a pretty good spot. I believe we can actually take this a lot further. We've only 3 more rounds to go, which is going to be fantastic. And we can take our Hollow Fire Lizard if we do want to. But for now, let's go and take our Stamina Sack. Do we actually want any of these items? Not exactly. Let's roll. We could take a Glowing Crown for invulnerability, which would be kind of awesome. However, I do actually want to grab this Blueberries for now. I do also want to grab this Fanny Pack. Not entirely sure if we do want this Glowing Crown. However, I will actually take another Prismatic Orb, and we could take another Toad. Let's actually sell Jimbo to grab this Toad, which should be fantastic. Now we actually have our Deerwood Guardian in a pretty good spot. Basically using nearly every star slot except for one being this position. Now we did move our Fanny Pack in on our Magic Torch along with our Manathirst, so that should be scaling a little bit better too. And we do want another Prismatic Orb, that is for sure, that we can stack up a little bit more mana and stack up a lot more buffs. We don't exactly need a Forging Hammer anymore, but we'll hold on to it for now. We could also make the pivot for Prismatic Sword, but I don't think it's going to be worth grabbing it right now. Now we'll see. Can we deal with this Reaper build? They're going to be turbo stacking their Vampirism, which is going to be healing for quite a bit. We are answering back, dealing a lot of damage. Once you get in that Battle Rage, look at that damage, and holy moly, did you see? That was crazy, crazy damage. The fastest Magic Torch in the West, dealing quite a bit of damage. Once you get in that Battle Rage, crazy damage. Let's go ahead and continue on for right now. 2 more rounds, 2 lives, let's go. Now I do really want to grab this Prismatic Orb. So let's go ahead and grab it. And we're going to slot this one in this position. And we can move this one into here. But I much prefer keeping it this way for now. Now let's roll. We can sell a Rainbow Badge if we do want to, along with a Forging Hammer. And then we can actually get another cap if we do want to. But it is final round to craft, so I'd love to grab another one of these Cap Discomforts. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to. So I'm thinking we're just going to continue to roll. We could actually get a Hungry Blade right now, which would be awesome too. But I think let's roll once more. I think that's all we can really do. Now we could honestly make this Prismatic Orb be the center of our build, but our center of our build is our Deerwood Guardian with our Magic Torch and Manathirst. Because we could get an insane amount of mana if we do go all around this. We just want to be in that Battle Rage for as long as possible. This is why this is the main center of our builds. Because in that Battle Rage, this Magic Torch is going to go turbo fast, which does mean we have moved our setup around so we can actually get full usage of our Deerwood Guardian, which is going to be amazing. So this should be awesome. Let's go ahead and see. Is it going to be good enough for this round? Are we going to be able to answer back? Now, we do counter blind build. That is going to be fantastic because we have 100% accuracy with our magic weapons. So them stacking up blind is not going to do anything to us. However, the damage that they do is going to be pretty good. However, we answered back pretty hard there. Not going to lie. Massive, massive damage. But until we get into that Battle Rage, we do very, very little damage. For sure. It does take a while to actually scale up, and once we get into that Battle Rage, then we actually go turbo nuts in scaling. As you see, our DPS literally just shoots up. And it just continues to shoot up compared to what was before that Battle Rage. And as you see, with 14 blinds, we still have 100% accuracy. Because it's a magic weapon, and we also have 19 luck. We have 1 more round to go. Let's see if we can make it. And we got our final piece. The missing cheese. Now should we take an acorn color for our acorn color and our acorn color? Let's actually leave that for now. We can take some more blueberries. Don't exactly want that either. Let's roll. Should we actually take the gloves? Don't exactly want to. So let's keep moving for now. We could take that bird just flattening out our builds, which I actually thinking about doing for now. So we're going to take this little purse, we're going to be selling our forging hammer, and we can fit this bird into this position, which is going to be straight amazing. Because the bird is also a nature item, it's also going to increase the speed of all the star items below, which is going to be amazing. Now the most ideal position is actually right in this position. However, it does screw over our toad a little bit. I think we're going to settle for this position anyway. Because it's going to hit our cheese, it's going to hit our Deerwood Guardian. Now it is only going to hit this prismatic orb, not this one, but that should be okay. Because our main focus is our Deerwood Guardian along with our Magic Torch and our Manathirst. So that should be awesome, and this is going to be our final setup. Now honestly, it's been a while since I actually played Magic Torch, Manathirst, Deerwood Guardian in the duffel bag, and it still seems pretty good. However, it is definitely skewed with Acorn Collars. I think Deerwood Guardian with crit chance is just nuts, in my opinion. It's just straight up nuts because you get the defense of being in battle rage for a long time, you also get a ton of healing, and you also get free mana generation. So it's perfect for Magic Torch Manathirst combo. So honestly, we should definitely be able to beat this build, potentially. However, that double axe is kind of scary because that is going to be dealing a lot of damage. However, they have a crazy amount of perfect emeralds, which is going to stack up a lot of poison, which is absurd. We'll see, they're actually answering back, and this is going to be quite tough. But smashing, we actually managed to outpace them completely, which is amazing. Now this is kind of crazy. Perfect emeralds, stacking up a crazy amount of poison. Now the double axe is not the fastest weapon in the world, but they managed to get it down to equivalent 1.3, which is not too bad. Compared to our Magic Torch, basically traveling every 0.5 seconds to deal that damage, which is kind of crazy. Now honestly, this build was a ton of fun, and I do believe Deerwood Guardian with crit chance is straight up nuts. So let's have a quick little DPS check before we finish it off here. We managed to deal 45 DPS with 826 damage within 18 seconds. But like I said, once you get in that battle rage, our damage shoots up like crazy. However, I do want to check our heals. Right now our heals was actually 20 healing per second, which is pretty decent. It's not insanely powerful, but it's still not too bad. As for block, we managed to get quite a bit of block, not crazy amounts, but our main layer defense is literally that damage reduction in that Dragon Scale Armor. So our main layer defenses was the Dragon Scale Armors, giving us that damage reduction in that battle rage, the healing from the Deerwood Guardian, the stacking max life from the cheese, the debuff resistance from the carrot, and also the damage mitigation from the cap of discomfort in the first few seconds. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue on and just see how much rank points we got. We did survive with 2 lives left. How much did we get? Plus 11, rank us up quite a bit. But anyways, going to leave it for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And hope you keep looking for the next one. See you next time.